A shit update, and ladies and gentlemen, a cold shit update. But anyway, we'll get to it. First up is Bandai's little I call them mini 2-pack kits. I really didn't care about getting the Falcon, the Rebel Blockade Runner is the one I want. And it's about yay big. It should be about that big, I think. Anyway, hopefully someday they'll make one just a tad bit bigger, because I got plans to do one, especially hanging from the ceiling, and I got plans to do it. But anyway, this has been on layaway for a long time at the hobby store. I forgot I even had it back there. Of course, they had to give me my own shelf at the hobby store, because it's like a tab at the local watering hole. I have a tab at the store at the hobby shop. But anyway, I wanted that because I do like my spaceship. So, really adding the Rebel Blockade Runner to the Ark. 30-minute missions. I bought a bunch of these at the hobby store, and he's got a whole stack of them, because I special ordered these because I like them. They're odd. They're just very, very different. But anyway, you get booster packs, and this one is like jet packs for the robot, but they have guns and all kinds of other different type of weaponry, and just I guess you can make different customize your mech all you want. But anyway, I got a bunch of these, so we'll slowly get these out, and because they do got my name on them. So anyway, adding more 30-minute missions to the Ark. I was debating whether I wanted to add it, but not either, and that is Forky. This is basically a craft kit. You get it's almost a plastic spoon, which I should have. It's basically almost like paper mache, but I will allow it, because I think you do have to put him together, because he does come with assembly, and I thought he'd make a nice addition to the Ark here. Plus, to go with the cozy coops, the ponies, and a few other things. But I thought Forky here would be a excellent add-on to the Ark. Next, Transformers. They just got me by the gonads on the Transformers, because I have all of them now, and I got a couple more I got to get out of layaway. But this is the Bumblebee, and I don't know which version it is. I think they're like the IDF or whatever, the comic book version, but I think that's pretty darn. This has been in the layaway a long time, because when they got their shipment in at the hobby store, to distinguish what I wanted, they had to put a little red star on there. So if you see the little red star on kits, that's because I went through and picked what I wanted first. But anyway, Bumblebee, I do like Transformer kits. I would like to build one. I haven't really decided. I want to build anyone but the character that's on the box. If I built Bumblebee, I'd actually want to build Cliff Jumper, because Cliff Jumper was the red version of Bumblebee. That's just me, just building an odd type of Transformer, but I haven't decided quite yet. Maybe once we get some more in here, I'll see which one I want to order again, and we'll see if we can build one of those. Because I've never built a Flame Toys kit, and I'd like to. I've seen people build it, and it looks exactly like Bandai, so it should be pretty darn safe. But anyway, adding Bumblebee to the Ark. And speaking of Transformers, I have to thank Eugene, because he's the one that showed me about the Cozy Coop ones. He also found these. This is KBB's Waltertron, which, again, it's an unlicensed kit. It's supposed to be a knockoff. Now, for a knockoff, I don't know exactly what it's from. I don't know if it's an actual series, but these, where's a good picture? You might be seeing it. They are on trees. You do have to assemble Waltertron here. I'm going to say it's not bolt nut, screw method, and he does fully transform, so that's actually pretty darn slick. There's only 3 of them that I know of. Waltertron, and then if y'all know Shockwave and Grimlock, there's those 2. I'm going to try to get them in the next couple of weeks, so we'll get them get them coming. I only found these basically overseas, so here, if you want to freeze the frame here and get the info. But anyway, I wanted good old Megatron here first, because he does transform into a gun, which when we used to live in a civilized time, we could buy stuff like this. But he was /1 on my list, because you can't get stuff like this. He'll never be a gun again. He'll be anything but that. Anyway, I thought, now when you get these assembled, they're about 5 inches, so roughly about that big. And I thought, that's just pretty darn safe. But anyway, had to have it, #1, Megatron gun mode, and also had to have it for the box, because it is the Waltertron model kit. But anyway, we're adding the Waltertron to the art, and a little bit of vintage. One in particular, and I thought I'd show everyone this. I actually got a monogram midget racer, which you can find them all everywhere. However, this one is a Kellogg's mail-in. You had to get basically a box top of a cereal, add 50 cents, and you could pick 1 of 3 kits. And they have the souped up hot rod, the racing hydroplane, and of course the midget racer. Now this is the only one I actually found, was the midget racer. I didn't find the other 2. You can get the other kits, but I want the instructions and everything else. However, the midget racer, it came in its original shipping carton, which I just about fell over. I didn't know that was coming with it, but it's all there. I had to put it in a new bag. The old bag in there is actually falling apart, but it is all there. It's missing one thing. That's a little tube of glue, which that's not really a killer. I mean, if I can ever find one, I will. There's actually 2 versions of this. This came out in 1954. You can tell by the dark red plastic. They say it's an acetate. I don't really know. I mean, I just think it's it's styrene, but just a little harder than styrene. The second version, basically 1956, roughly, same kit, but it came with a sheet of decals. So I'd like to have both, because I like to have 2, which is the way we like to work around here. But anyway, I thought that was a unique find, even finding the original shipping carton, which that's something you just don't see every day. Had to put a new bag though, and the instructions pretty darn straightforward, and pretty mint. I mean, a little yellow here and there, but we'll go with that. But look at that, 50 cents. That's highway robbery. And that was actually the better way to go, because that kit at that time retailed about 98 cents, so you're getting it for half price. But you did have to buy a Kellogg's box of cereal, which you could get Kellogg's Pep. What did they say? You had to buy Pep, 40% Bran Flakes, and Kellogg's Crumbles. And I couldn't find anything about Crumbles. I found the Bran Flakes, and I found Pep, which Pep was the only one that really fascinated me, because it was known for its laxative purposes. But anyway, I wanted to, since it was a mail-in, since that's an actual mail-in, I wanted to I wanted to print out a Kellogg's box. And who knows, I may find a Kellogg's box at some antique store, and we'll stick it with it. I think that would look pretty darn slick, box of cereal, for the model box of the mailing, which dawned on me, and I don't know if I can breach it. Probably not. This is my second mail-in. This is an actual mail-in from a cereal, but my first mail-in kit was, there's an old, I don't have it handy. There's an old Aurora kit that's, you could join their little sailing ship club, and I actually have that kit in the original mailing box too. But that's my second one. And I got a few Monarch model mail-in too from, because I bought it direct for him, and I got mailing boxes. But anyway, that's another thing. So, I thought a little vintage midget razor, excellent, I thought excellent finding the mail-in midget racer from Kellogg's. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. We are adding a rare antiquity, Kellogg's mail-in. We're adding, of course, you know, my personal favorite, the Waltertron. Some more Transformers and Forky, and that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for next exciting episode.